Hey everyone, hey guys doing? Grugs here, Legion Tactical Cutlery. Welcome back to another Legion premiere. Really appreciate you all taking that time to check it out. In front of you, we're going to be taking a look at the Off-Grid Knives Tracker X3. It's their third generation model. When I saw this on Amazon, I fell in love with it right away, so I grabbed it. I grabbed this and the XXL version, which hopefully I will be showing sometime this week. And I fell in love with it. I fell in love with these knives. But you know what? All right, I'm getting ahead of myself as always. What's everybody carrying today? What's your EDC? I've got my Lothar Fox right here. I love this little knife. It comes with this nice pancake style Kydex sheath, and I'm carrying it on the small of my back in a scout configuration. Best clip I've ever owned right here, man. Just fantastic. But I am going to do a hard use review on this soon, so stay tuned. What's everybody carrying? Veterans and active military, just want to say thank you very much for your service. Thanks for being here and watching. Really appreciate you all. Okay, let's go over the quick specs of the Off-Grid X3. Let me just pull this up. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, so the overall length is 10.75 inch. Blade length, 5.5 inch. Blade material, Cryo D2 with an HRC of 6162. Blade thickness, 4.9 millimeters. Handle length, 5.25 inch. Handle material, G10. Weight 13 ounces, features full tang lanyard hole, Kydex sheath, and nylon / Kydex belt loop. I love it. Okay. So once again, third generation design, and the Tracker X3 is the latest evolution of their Tracker X series. Fantastic. Okay, good. Now that I've got that out of the way, let's take a look at the knife. Okay, here we go, man. I don't know what it is. It was this color combination, that gunmetal gray with this tan G10. I fell in love with it. I said, let me give it another chance. Let me give it a go. And I'm not disappointed. So it's their third generation. I don't know if they made any changes to the handle or not. I know people have complained about the handle being a little bit too wide over here, but this model, and it may not have changed, I don't know, but this model feels great in my hand, but I'm getting ahead of myself. There is the drop point blade high saber grind. I'm sure some people will be happy, right, with this model, because it's a very slight sharpening choil. Sorry about that. All right. You have the whole length of the blade to do as much cutting as you want. Full tang goodness, some jimping, although I have to say it's a little bit on the slippery side. And one other concern that I have is how thin that tip is. Man, I think they could have made this just a little bit thicker, you know. In any case, with my experience from a Cayman, that the tip broke, I'm going to use this a little bit differently than I would normally, okay, for testing. It's just the way it is, you know, until I feel more comfortable using the tip to make feather sticks. So I'm going to, I always carry an axe and a saw. So if I'm going to do some kind of tip work, I'll probably use the axe or whatever for heavy duty stuff. But aside from that, man, I love it. I love the way this knife looks. I just love it. There's very minimal fonts and logo here. But again, if you're going to use it as a tool, this shouldn't matter. Check out the scales. Check out the handle. Fit and finish of this knife is fantastic. I like the way they made the handles. I like the texturing over here. But the best of all, the handle feels really good. Enough to fit another two fingers here. So if you have a big hand, hopefully this will accommodate you. The scales are removable. It's got the black hardware. I just love everything about the looks of this knife, man. And if you're going to use it normally, I'm probably going to, do very well out in a camping environment. If you need something a little bit more heavy duty for a hiking environment, short distance, of course, maybe up, 3 to 5 miles. You may want to carry something a little bit more substantial, especially if you're going to stay out there for the weekend or a few days. This might be a good knife to take with you on such a hike. So this is not for the minimalist at all. I did add this lanyard hole. It does have a lanyard hole, right? I'm sorry, I added this lanyard, but it does have this lanyard hole, right? And I just am really liking this knife. I really am. It is sharp out of the box. I'm going to test it out in a second or two. But the handle is the best part. The handle, the feel, the balance of the knife just feels great. I love it. Okay. So let's take a look. Let me put this down, make sure it doesn't flop around all over the place. Okay, I'm just going to leave it like that. This is another nice part of this. This whole kit right here is the sheath. Okay. One of my favorite things about their sheaths is that they have the Kydex with the nylon belt loop. I wish the other companies out there would take example here instead of those tech locks that they add. This is what people want for the most part. I love this. I love this. Maybe they should add a tech lock here too. 2 options. I know it might cost a little bit more money, but I love this option right here. This is great. It's got this nylon belt loop. It's got the Kydex portion that holds the nylon belt loop. They've got the snap over here. And they can also, they also have a Velcro to make sure that it stays in place. Thumb ramp, taco style. The only thing that it's missing is some grooves, some slots, but other than that, this is a pretty decent sheath. It's got the drainage hole. I love the sheath. Let's pop the knife in. Snaps in real well. There is no up and down play. There is no side to side play. No issue with retention. I gotta admit, they did a really nice job with this one. They did a really nice job. I love the whole setup here. Love it. Just love it. Okay. Let me pop this out. Let's do a quick test on this. I gotta get a different type of wood here because it's not holding my knife properly. But out of the box, beautiful. Okay. Rest assured, it's going to come sharp out of the box. All right. And now let's just test a little bit of wood. In fact, I'm just going to go straight to the hard stuff right here. This is that kiln dried wood. And so far, so good. This is some very, very hard stuff. If you want to really challenge your knife, buy some of this stuff from Home Depot, Lowe's, Publix, or whatever supermarket that might sell this type of wood. Put your knife to the test with this stuff, man. This is some hard stuff, okay? And I always have some form of trouble making nice curls on this type of wood, but this is a good wood in my opinion to test out your knife. I make more of a mess than I make curls, but so far so good. All right, let me see if I do it on some regular wood. Let me just do this real quick over here. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. So very sharp, okay? Yeah, you can see that. Very, very sharp. Out of the box. Got to clean all that up for the next review. But I know I've had my issues with off-grid. I'm hoping that Their heat treatment is good on this and it'll maintain its edge. And, you know, I'll let people know. But I basically bought this for the looks, you know. So if any of you have used this particular model, the X3 version, let me know what you think. I would love to know if your experiences are good. You know, even though my Cayman tip broke, somebody else told me that they used the tip in a similar manner that I did, where they stabbed the piece of wood to split it, and there was no issue with his tip. So that's good news. Could have been just my knife. In any case, this is the off-grid Tracker X3, ladies and gentlemen. Just wanted to show you this pretty awesome looking knife. All right, troops, hope you enjoyed this. It's a short one today. Let me bring awareness to everybody. Hashtag 22 a day, hashtag 22 a day no more. There are veterans in active military who wants to get out of the service. They do face a lot of challenges, and unfortunately one of these challenges is suicide. So at the end of this video, when we're done here, go check out the comment section and the description section. There will be phone numbers that you can call. There will be websites that you can surf. Please seek the help that you all have earned and deserve. Troops, Legionnaires, and new recruits, thanks for being with me for this premiere. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think. At the ready, troops, hold the line till the next video. Take care. Bye.